Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Glambitious platform. This season, I'm introducing you to dynamic speakers from around the world. And Dr. Tyra Gardner is just that. She is a Glambitious certified speaker. She has spoken on many of our virtual events. So, Dr. Tyra, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everyone a little bit about who you are.
Okay, thank you, Lily Mae. Thank you so much for having me on your platform today to talk about what I do. So, again, my name is Dr. Tyra Gardner. I am a psychotherapist, I'm a speaker, I'm a trainer, I'm a business therapist, as well as I also do a number of millions other things. Right. I have been a therapist now for over 30 years. I've been a trainer and a speaker now for over 20. And so this is an amazing journey that I have been on. Now I'm so happy to share all this with you today.
Fantastic. Tell everyone a little bit about your journey into public speaking.
Ooh, my journey into public speaking. So as a therapist, I did a lot of training and development, right? And so with training, I found myself in areas that I never dreamed I would have been speaking in. And so how can I put it? Time progressed, and I looked up, and people were asking me, "Oh, Tyra, can you come and talk about anger management, right? Because I'm nationally certified as an anger management specialist." So they said, "Can you talk about anger management?" And then they was like, "Well, can you talk about leadership?" Because a lot of people needs to understand about leadership. They need to understand, how we have to maintain composure when we are leading a business. And so I looked up and my journey into speaking started there. I did a lot of things in the church, and then I furthered my speaking resume with speaking into corporations and various nonprofit events and things that was happening all over the world. And so one of the biggest speaking engagements that I had was when I spoke to the National Bar Association, the Black National Bar Association in Toronto, Canada, back in 2018, which was an amazing, amazing experience speaking to all of the attorneys about how to handle difficult clients in very difficult situations. And so, yeah, so that's how my journey got started. So I actually got started really, I guess, going full throttle with being a speaker in like 2017. And it's been an amazing time ever since.
Fantastic. Tell us about what your core speaker topics are and what you hope audiences gain from that.
Okay, so my core speaking topics are I have business therapy, healing the hustle, as well as I have menopause, mood, and motivation. And would you like me to go into detail about these two speaking topics?
Yes, please do.
Okay, all right. So with healing the hustle, this topic focuses on mental wellness and entrepreneurship, mindset blocks, emotional regulation. Being the boss comes with a price, and it's not always on the balance sheet, right? And what I talk about is basically helping entrepreneurs and professionals unpack all of the emotional baggage that they often hide behind their ambition. People see what's going on the outside and they think that it is perfect, but they fail to realize sometimes people are like breaking down in the inside, from anxiety about finances to the feel of failure, chronic burnout. What we do is we talk about the emotional triggers as well as breaking free from the hustle culture and doing it without guilt. We talk about being able to rewire internal narratives that block growth, in addition to having and creating a sustainable success mindset, which is rooted in emotional wellness, right? And so that's business therapy and healing the hustle. Now, the menopause mood and motivation, I founded a nonprofit called Menopause Matters. And so with this topic, we talk about women's health. I talk about mental wellness, hormonal changes, as well as empowerment. Menopause is more than just a hot flash, right? It's a whole life shift that can affect motivation, relationships, as well as our mental clarity, right? And what I do is I bring compassion, clinical insight, as well as cultural context to the conversation, right? I try to gear this towards Black women, but all women are experiencing this, right? And what I try to do is I break the silence around menopause. Being able to have conversations about our mood, our identity, as well as our personal and professional performances, right? And what people leave with after hearing about menopause, mood, and motivation, they leave with a better understanding of menopause, right? Physical as well as emotional. They leave with practical tools for managing their anxiety, brain fog, fatigue, and all of the other symptoms they may be experiencing. They also get tips for maintaining drive and joy during our hormonal transitions. And also, you leave with the sense of feeling permission to prioritize your wellness without having to apologize, right? So, and those are my two big signature talks right now.
Fantastic. And share, advice to other women who want to become speakers, but they fear because, they say that public speaking is the number two fear. Like in the world, people fear public
Mhm.
speaking. So, any advice for helping them get over that?
Yes. The one question I always tell people when they do have a fear is to think about how bad do you want something? Think about, you know, when you're having conversations, right? We don't find that we're public speaking, right? All the time. But technically, when you're having these conversations with people in all these various situations and places that you're in, whether you're in the workplace, whether you're hanging out with friends, whether you're doing things with at conferences. Sometimes we don't look at it like we're public speaking, but guess what? Sometimes we're in rooms where people don't know us. And so when you think about public speaking, start being able to, to start relaxing yourself, count to 10 and start thinking about it. I wouldn't say jump right in and go to that room with 1,000 and 2,000 people. Start with small conferences, start with a small group, start with your friends, right? Because sometimes our friends and our family can be the most judgmental. So being able to be in a place where we can start talking with them, maybe 5 to 10 of your friends and family, then start elevating it a little bit more, adding more people in so that this makes you feel comfortable. Join a group called Toastmasters. Toastmasters help people with public speaking. There are a number of groups out there that you can talk to about helping you with learning how to public speak. Just like Lily May here, she has an awesome platform that can also help you with your public speaking journey. So don't think that, oh my goodness, I can't do this. Be able to put yourself in a place where you can calm down and let's start working towards uh, getting rid of that fear, getting rid of that anxiety. Hope that helps.
Yes, fantastic advice. And let everybody know what's next for you in 2025 and how they can stay connected with you online.
Oh wow. So what's next for me in 2025? I'm actually preparing for an event right now as we speak that's happening in 2 hours. So this year I'm doing a lot of let that shit go events, which is a break the plate event, right? And what we do is we release ourselves of all of the negative, the toxicities, the things that have been holding us back, causing us fear and anxiety, right? And so what we do is we write our fear and emotions on the plate and we break that plate, right? In addition to creating an affirmation mug. So I will be hosting a number of those events this year. I'm hosting one in Atlanta, date to be announced, and I'm hosting one in New Orleans. And New Orleans will be in November of 2025, as well as another one in Philadelphia in 2025 as well. Also, I will be hosting a number of menopause events, right, for my nonprofit Menopause Matters, educating women about menopause. And so the first we will be having a virtual event on Friday, June the 20th at 12 noon. And from there, we'll be having series every month. Every week will be menopause events leading up to Menopause Awareness Month, which is in October 2025. And so, folks, you can reach me at Anger Dr. Tyra on Instagram as well as on X and TikTok, and you can reach me on Facebook at Dr. Tyra Gardner. And also, you can find me at tyrasgardner.com if you need to reach me.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for always supporting the Glambitious brand, Dr. Tyra, and helping entrepreneurs and women of all facets for many, many years now. And if this is your first time tuning in, I urge you to connect with Dr. Tyra as well as the Glambitious brand by visiting theglamceo.com. Thank you all for tuning in to another Glambitious live stream.